was the presentation we made to the town council in Mornville about a month ago, basically asking them for a donation, if you call it that, a very low-cost lease for about 6.5 acres of land, and hopefully it'll answer questions 1 and 4 that were on the list. Some of these slides you saw in my presentation this morning. I'll just give you a second to read through those. All right, so who we are. We are a registered nonprofit, but what drove us to create a military museum is that there are close to 100 military vehicles in private collections, 80 of which are members. And since we incorporated, we have acquired 26 military vehicles ourselves in various states of repair. And the goal is to develop a building where these vehicles can be put on display and a facility for restoration, etc. Examples, the Reynolds Museum, the Aviation Museum, all use the same sort of model. These you've seen already. Okay, our mission, next slide. Our vision, this is a two-story building at 40,000 square feet on the main floor and 30,000 square feet on the second floor. So it's a big building. You've seen this slide already. So we took a look at what is needed in order to have a state-of-the-art museum building. I was chatting with Matt earlier that we still have to maybe sit down with some other experts to make sure that we get it right. Our building will be anywhere between 30 and 70,000 square feet. Visitor reception, welcome plaza. We plan to have a cafe, food service, visitor parking, and 2 25-person meeting rooms. And what I mean by that is this room would be for 100, so half that, but it'll have the dividing doors in it as well so that we can host private clubs, support the community any way we can with respect to being a part of the community that we're located in. And we also wanted a vehicle driving track, something that we can put these vehicles on display, drive around, do recreations, interactive displays, etc. So this is the Canadian Tank Museum, and it's a concept video that they created. So that airplane is the Lav Monument in Mornville. And the land that it's on is going to be a major park, picnic areas, the actual building, and you'll see the driving track, display area. So it's not a new concept that we're trying to reproduce. We're just trying to take the equipment that is historical and allow people to touch it, feel it, ride in it, experience it in a different way than the traditional museum of everything's behind glass display cases. Of course, this is located at the Oshawa Airport, formerly the Ontario Tank Museum, now the Canadian Tank Museum. This building isn't built yet. They're fundraising for it as we speak. But it's a good idea as to our vision with respect to the the building. So we took a brief look at museum staffing. Very low end. I based this on the Royal Edmonton Regiment and its current staffing. I read the financial statements from the Aviation Museum, and their funding for staff is $500,000 a year. So they've got a huge paid staff at their museum. Most of ours is going to be based on volunteers partaking in it. But we're going to grow, and eventually some of those positions will have to become paid if we're going to sustain the museum. Revenue sources. I was asked, how do we financially sustain the museum? It's amazing how much money you can make if you have a Jeep on a movie set sitting there for $300 a day and it'll never get used. Okay? Scott Cullicutt has been involved in providing military vehicles to movie sets, Damon G., the Reverend, etc. And I saw the video of the avalanche in Kananaskis. Well, they created an avalanche for Jumanji, and the people didn't realize that the snow can move a lot further, and we're burying equipment and everything. So one source there. Our big fundraiser will be a tank fest or vehicle fest. We're experimenting with a charity machine gun shoot, inviting people to come out and shoot the machine gun. We approached the CFO and they support it. We're just now waiting for members of the Department of National Defense to give us permission to do the shoot. And I'm pretty sure it'll happen. If it doesn't happen in Edmonton, probably Wainwright, the other big base in Alberta. Museum admission, obviously the $5, $10 admission fee. There's a huge number of grants at the municipal, provincial, and federal level that we can apply for. Workshop, education programs, donations from benefactors, lifetime members, wills, etc. Not wills, but a donation based on the estate at death, etc. Merchandising, gift shop, etc. My daughter is on the board of directors for the Morden Dinosaur Museum, and she stopped charging school kids to take tours of the museum because they found out they make more money selling stuffed dinosaurs in the gift shop to grade 5 kids than they did charging $3 a head for school visits. So it is a big income. So if we look at the provincial funding levels that are available, so this is part of question 4, is there support from the government, or are they trying to stop museums from operating? Absolutely not. Through the AMA, we can get an operating grant for about $39,000. Heritage preservation, $100,000. CFPAP, up to $1 million. This is how we're going to fund part of the construction. And this is not just a one-time. You can apply for it each year as well. The annual money SIP is another provincial grant. And there's probably about 30 grants that are available to museums or heritage or cultural or indigenous groups, etc., from the provincial level. Federal funding, Canada's cultural spaces, again 50% funding up to $1 million. Again, it'll help us with the construction. The museum assistance program, MAP, can provide up to $1 million. They'll help us do the furniture, display cabinets, the inside the building funding as well. This is if we were a D&D museum, the Organization of Military Museums of Canada. We could get funding out of them, but we have to be a member of a D&D unit in order for that to happen. And then federal, provincial training grants. These are courses that museum personnel can take, and it's all funded through these organizations as opposed to us paying to attend them. So our ask to the town of Morinville was for 6.5 acres of land next to the leisure center. It would incorporate all of the things you saw in the concept video, $1 a year lease so that it's legally binding for them and they can say that they're not giving it away to a charity. And of course, having a museum of that stature would also bring additional people to the town of Morinville. It is an attraction to the town as well. So even there at the municipal level, their donation of land would be equivalent of about $2 million if we had to go commercially to purchase that. We've already got $2 million of donated services for the construction of the building as well. So we are making progress with respect to the development of our military museum. Support from people like the Strathcona Historical Society, interest from all the military units on the base to bring a piece of their history from Calgary back to Edmonton, make it available for the local soldiers, etc. Colonel Tesler, he was visiting the Loyal Edmonton Regiment Museum about a month ago, and he never heard of us before. Okay, so Director of History and Heritage were there as well. So it's definitely a marketing issue to make sure that people are aware of us so that they do come and visit the museum. Big challenge. Now, that's one of the things we had to be as a registered non-for-profit, CRA accredited, etc., to be able to apply for the business firearms license to become a registered collector of the 12 series of guns, etc. We also have a controlled goods license, which means that we can bring in cannons and tanks, etc., into our facility, and it's all approved via the federal government import regulations, etc.